You notice anything different? Let me tell you something real quick, all right? Um, the TikTok shop is very, very low key addicting, okay? These shades is cool. I can tell they're a little cheap because they a little off, but I like the color. I like how it, you know what I mean? I like how it flows. I'm not wearing that the whole time. I'm just trying to be goofy. Yo, the world looks too damn bright now. I took those shades off. It's your boy, Fly Guy Kai, the captain, the main character, numero uno, the guy. That's all. Episode 15. And this episode 15 is titled Kaii Hakusho. If you don't know, by that phrase alone, allow me to inform you that anime of the podcast is going to be Yu Yu Hakusho. I'll give you my own summary, okay? Because I literally just finished watching it. That's one of the top 10 animes that, you know what I mean, that I like. It's literally over. I gotta remember because it's facing a different way. Right here, that's Yusuke. Man with the pew. Before I do that, do a little health check. A little, you know what I mean? So, as you know, we check 3 things, or should I do it this way? 3 things: physical, spiritual, mental. Mental case. Physical, cool. I didn't work out all last week because, again, I was attending my little sister's army graduation. You know what I mean? Which again, very cool, but I won't mind sacrificing a couple of days in the gym for family. For family, okay? I don't mind that. There's no problem. But I did go into the gym. Monday was a little bit Monday was the shock to the system. You know what I mean? I'm getting back and my body's like, oh, we're doing this again? All right. And I'm getting to it. It's a little bit of struggle, but not a crazy struggle. And it did hurt the next day, but again, that's because my body is like, oh, we've been doing this, you know what I mean, for a bit. You taking a week off kind of throws us off, but we getting back to it. Today I had chest and tries, same type of thing, except I felt a little more not as sore. I guess it only takes that one day, and then I kind of took a rest the next day after, but got back to it. Only for me to have to take another break tomorrow because tomorrow is July 4th, I guess. So again, Planet Fitness runs on different times. Like, oh, you want to work out this time? Well, no, because you got to do this. Like, let me just call it a day. I'll work out on Friday. At least I'm getting 3 days in this week, and then I'll go back to the 5-day schedule. Physical, spiritual, we all good. You down with God? Yeah, you know me. And Joshua. Mental. I always seem to lapse back in. There will always be some type of moment where like I'm just sitting and as I'm sitting there for it's not new to me, but to explain it, it's just I'm sitting there and then out of nowhere it's just like, yeah, it sucks. I don't know what it is. Still some you know what I mean, some good things did happen. Was it this week? Yes, some good things did happen this week. A little bit. I don't want to tell too much, but some good things did happen. So cheer me up. You know what I mean? Cheer me down. But I'm okay. And that's the important part because I've made it to today, which means I conquered yesterday. And still here right now, which means I'm conquering today, so that way I can be victorious tomorrow. That's the battle. Also, anybody who makes fun of mental health is just scum of the earth. So call them ants if you want to. Okay. Now that we got that out the way, my personal summary of Yu Yu Hakusho. Basically, you got this delinquent kid, right? Yusuke Urameshi, he's like 14 or 15. You know what I mean? He kicks ass, and in the school, he's the number one ass kicker, okay? Don't nobody really mess with him like that. Some of the teachers really don't like him. Like, oh, he's a delinquent. He's going to be a dropout. He's not going to be anybody. Why do I feel like, oh, that's the white hair. Age. He's you know what I mean? He's a dropout. He's not going to amount to anything. Why should we even care about him? The principal definitely cares about him. If it's people that really like care about him before he got hit, in a way, people that really cared about him was Keiko and the principal. But getting ahead of myself, just a summary, right? Delinquent Yusuke, they show him off as like maybe he doesn't care about anything. Maybe he is this guy that everyone says he is, and he goes to save this little kid that, you know, seems like he's about to get hit by a car. So he steps in, pushes the kid out the way. In the process, he gets hit by the car. He dies. It's not really too much of a spoiler because it all happens in the first episode, so don't worry about it. But he dies. You're like, well, damn, there goes the main character. Already dead, and it's the first episode. Well, the twist is he wasn't supposed to die, at least not yet. And to make matters worse, the kid that seemingly looked like he was about to get hit by a car, he really wasn't. The Grim Reaper, or one of the Grim Reapers, explained that, yo, the car was going to swerve out the way anyway, and the kid was going to be fine. So you kind of died pointlessly, and you weren't supposed to die yet by our records, so we'll figure something out. And it goes from there. You get this adventure of not only him trying to come back to life, but the way he's trying to come back to life. And then whether he does or doesn't, there's also an added job for him, let's say. He becomes like a spirit detective. Now, what that all entails, I encourage y'all. I know this came out like more than 20 years ago. It's worth it. Go watch it. You'll always hear people talk about one thing. You can talk about all the things because I like all of Yu Yu Hakusho. I may be biased because it's in my top 10. I may be biased because I'm 33. Either way, go watch it. It's on Netflix. The whole thing's on Netflix. If you got Hulu and you see it on Hulu, only the first season is on there. And if I'm not mistaken, not even the whole first season. You go on Netflix, it's all on Netflix. And the live action one. Watch the animated one before the live action one, okay? So that's the gist of that. And you know my goal every time. I say I'm going to try and make it an hour, even though I don't believe it's going to be an hour. I may fall short. But yeah, that's a summary. Related to life. What can I relate Yu Yu Hakusho to life? Because really he's like a misunderstood person. But I guess being a misunderstood person, still, I don't know, you still persevere. Nah, that doesn't sound right? Usually I get it, but this is one of the ones that I get stumped on. I mean, what, he died by accident? You know what? General thing. Just never judge a book by its cover, okay? I know it's kind of cheesy. It's kind of like it's like the fortune cookie type of lesson or something like that. But honestly, never judge a book by its cover, because the way that they were setting up Yusuke, you wouldn't think that he was going to step in and save that kid. You'd be like, oh man, that kid's about to get hit. What that got to do with me? But obviously he stepped in, and even then, you can see, like, you would think people wouldn't care about him like that, but the way that Yusuke has carried himself and the way that he goes on, and even in his rival really cares about him. Not so much as like, just like, oh man, I gotta kick your ass to prove that I'm better. But definitely like a brother type of relationship in a way. So the way that they flesh out the characters in Yu Yu Hakusho was really good too. Still a campaign to say like, yo, go watch the anime. So yeah, never judge a book by its cover. Really, really, never judge a book by its cover. Just because somebody is pretty or beautiful, they could really be ugly. And just because something looks nice doesn't mean that it's nice. And just because something looks rough doesn't mean that it's rough. You get a lot of people that get that bad rap. You get black people that get that bad rap. You get a black person that looks like they're kind of rough or they're dressed a certain way, and people will start looking at them different. The cops already look at us different. People will make quick judgments. Jobs make quick judgments. It's just like, yo, if there's anything I can spread across this entire universe world, never judge a book by its cover, okay? Now, what are we going to get into today as I pull up my notes, because I'm being all fancy. I got a little stand for my phone that I usually use for TikTok. Ooh, I hate doing that sucking teeth thing. I swear. But for some reason, it just sticks with me. Gaming stuff. I talked a lot about gaming the last time. There was a little demo I played. A little beta I played back in September last year. The First Descendants. Now, The First Descendants, I think it's a Korean-based studio. It was cool. It was good. It looked good. It operated great. I hate anytime a new game comes out that seems similar to something else, they always call it a killer. The Destiny killer. Or the Call of Duty killer. That's one of the main twos that they'll talk about, that they'll say. I hate those comparisons because, just like I hate sports comparisons. Like, of course, the obvious thing is like, oh, is LeBron better than Jordan? Or Jordan played in this era, LeBron played in this era. It's two different things. It's two different eras. They've got their own specifics. Like, stop comparing, okay? Same thing with this. There are hints. There are hints of Destiny-like stuff, but there's also hints of like Anthem-like stuff. There's also hints of other games. And if you know anything about games, just like movies, just like stories, my bad for the loud snap, there's going to be bits and pieces of things that get copied from either other games or just in the genre in general. This game is a looter shooter. You shoot stuff, you loot stuff. Loot's going to be spread out on the ground. That's how you get your guns. Or if you do special missions, that's how you get your guns. You swap out your old ones because these ones are like higher level. Or they have different power-ups. And you get certain specific pieces. Not armor pieces, but I forgot what they call them. It's like different cores for your suit too. So that helps also. That's the whole looter shooter aspect. Everybody's individual though. But playing the beta was good, and then the actual game comes out. Now, you know, most games, they have hiccups. You can't play the game for long. Never be surprised, okay? Never be surprised if a game out the gate doesn't fire on all cylinders. They tested in the beta, but mind you, not everyone has time for the beta, or not everyone really is interested in betas, or people just like, yo, I'll watch somebody else play it and I'll just wait for the full game to come out. Now the full games come out, you get more of the audience. Okay, you get more of the server pressure. And usually when it comes to betas, you figure like that's them almost like not only showing you what the game has, but kind of testing the servers too to see like, hey, how is it going to perform in this sample size versus what we actually have to do when it comes time to release the game. Well, some things happen, all right? And then according to what one of my friends said, it's running off Microsoft servers. If you know anything about Microsoft servers, is them shits like to go down every now and again, okay? Just like a party, it likes to go down. Microsoft went down, had a whole fit. I couldn't sign into my Xbox, but with this game, you can log on, you can download it onto your PlayStation and your Xbox, and I think PC too. As long as you link your account, then whatever you do on one system, it's still going to carry over your other system because it's all in one account. So my advice, if games come out like that and you are blessed enough to have both systems, whether it be computer and, whether it be PC and one of the consoles or both of the consoles, if you're able to download, especially if it's a free game, download it on both, link your accounts, so if something happens to one, you're still able to go to the other. It just so happened that today, people weren't able to play again because this time, instead of not being able to sign into your Xbox, you can't sign into the game at all. I was on PlayStation and done. Again, because Microsoft service. So Microsoft, you got to get your shit together, okay, buddy? We pay a lot of money for these consoles, and we pay money even for the free-to-play games. There's stuff in there that we like to pay for, okay? There's battle passes, there's colors for your armor pieces, maybe special armor designs. We put that money in, and we expect at least to be able to play it. Some people, people still do it, depending on the game. Some people will take days off of work to really sit down and play a game. Some people have gaming podcasts, or they have gaming shows, or they really do gaming reviews, and they're like, listen, this isn't a full-time thing. This is a side job until I can get good enough and make it my actual job. So when they're trying to do this and they can't do it, you're kind of messing up the bag. You don't want to mess up the bag, but that's what Microsoft is doing. And with hearing them talking about maybe they don't want to do consoles anymore, I understand it, okay? PlayStation will always reign supreme. That's just how it is. But talking about the game The First Descendants, it has a couple of unique players. The story looks like your normal, like, something crazy happened, and society's pushed into this super advanced technological world, but you're also using talents to go fight enemies. Real Destiny-like, you know what I mean? Real Destiny-like, real Anthem-like, which a shame for Anthem, because if Anthem had just had more weapon variety, because, Anthem, it was basically, I don't know if you can hear that. The bugs are going crazy out there. Good old country living. Anthem was pretty much you in your personalized Iron Man suit. The flying was good. The weapons were good. It was just the enemy types. You already know. I've played enough games, okay? At 33, I've played more than enough games. I know for a fact that there's going to be the same type of missions. Either you get somewhere and you have to protect a certain zone. You get somewhere and you have to destroy 3 control points, like A, B, and C, or you got to defend those points and stay there for a long time. There's a big boss that you got to go fight, and you got to go through some minions, or there's waves of enemies you got to fight off. That's pretty much it. But with Anthem, it was getting super. It was like, the missions weren't even in different areas. It was just you going to the same area, and you have to do that same mission constantly. Nothing added. It was a shame too. If they come out with an Anthem 2, they better learn. I hope they do. I hope they come out with an Anthem 2. They'll learn from this, and they keep it going, because again, the suits were cool. You get to customize them any way you wanted to. They could be faded. They could be brand new. You could customize the colors. You could really have your Iron Man suit, a Gundam looking suit. Like, it was fire. It's just the main character is nice, but the story is shitty. And who cares? Like, your character could be nice all they want to, but if the story is shitty, if everything else around it is just big fish, small pond, no go. Okay? Remember, drink water and mind your business. So, the gameplay is cool. Nah, not cool. Because that sounds like I'm calling it mid. The gameplay's good. Gameplay's good. The missions are good so far. Like I said, the normal variety of missions. Um, looter shooters, so the weapons you find. You do each character that you get, you have to do like you'll have to grind to get the certain pieces to come together and unlock the character at like a certain person inside the hub, that sort of thing. Each character has their own variety of skills, and each character you do have to level up on their own. So just because, and I think the level cap is 30 for whatever character you first use, because they give you 3 up front. They let you collect the pieces for 1 just to show you how it's done, and then the rest of them you can either pay. You have the option, okay? It's not pay to win, because the PvE game, there's no such thing. You either pay to get a character earlier than waiting, or you just grind and get the character for free. No one's forcing you to pay, okay? When it comes to PvE, no one is forcing you to spend your money. I do understand that it is, some games get super grindy to the point where you're like, dog, either I pay to get the character or I'm not playing this anymore. I do get that sometimes. This game, I haven't fully gotten to that part yet. But so far, the grinding is not bad. Okay? And this game, mind you, not only free to play, it's 38 gigabytes. So it's not taking up too much space. Like games now, Call of Duty coming out was 128 gigabytes? I'm like, dog, you already know how much gigabytes we got a terabyte. But you know, some of the system stuff, they take up space. And if you're taking up some of the space in the system stuff, then no. So you only have what, like 900 and something gigabytes, and Call of Duty progressively just wants to take up all your space. This game doesn't take up too much space, still runs good, with the exception of it running on Microsoft servers. Otherwise, an app still runs good. Still beautiful game, clean. Someone did bring up a funny but accurate point where it's like, yo, in these games, these futuristic games, or these, like, a lot of these futuristic games or movies or things, there's no brown people, okay? And that's both that's like South Asian. So South Asian, I was getting ready to say all of them, but just South Asian, because you know South Asian ones are the darker ones, so they don't be including those. No brown people, okay? Across the you don't get no Native Americans, you don't get no Hispanics, okay? You don't get like I said, South Asians. You don't get no Africans. You don't get African Americans. So no black people, okay? You get like one black person and one person that seems like they're mixed. That's about it. And Star Wars was bad. You only had Lando Calrissian in the first one. He was the only person. He was the only black dude out there in space, in a galaxy far, far away, where there's people everywhere on mad planets. Only one black person. You got all these aliens, only one black person, and then they try to make it up. It's like, hey, we'll give you Mace Windu. You gave us another one black person in the prequels, and then in the sequels to episode 5, 6, and 7, you said let's turn it up a notch. We'll give you another one, and then we'll give you the older one. We'll give you Lando Calrissian back. Oh, and we're gonna bring in a black female. There, you got 3, don't you? Come on. And the shows, they start making up for it. They do a lot of pushing, like a lot of pushing to make up for it. But you know what? I'm all for it. Not too much. You know what I mean? Get a good season in it, but not too much. Okay. But that's a Star Wars rant. I don't want to go into a Star Wars rant. Don't turn this into a Star Wars rant. Even though I got something to say about the Acolyte. But The First Descendant. Anyway, runs good. If you're worrying about getting the game, get the game. It's one of those games where you get it. It gives you stuff to do because you'll level up your character, and then when your character's all leveled up, and you want something else to do or something more, you get the other character. Get the other character. Maybe get your friends, help them out, like play through with other characters to get a feel for them and level them up. And then the game's gonna come out with DLC. So when they come out with DLC, it's like, all right, now that I got all my characters leveled up, which ones do I want to take with me when we get to like the big bosses or some other type of DLC story? Do that. It's definitely worth the download. It's free. Okay. You grade games on a different scale when they're free versus when you gotta pay for them. When you gotta pay for them, take no shit. But when it's free, you gotta give it some leeway. Because I'll be like, some games that they're free, like, yeah, it's a little choppy, but it's a free game. Like, it's a little grindy, but it's a free game. Like Fortnite. Fortnite's a free game, but they're making loads. You wanna know why? Because they charge for the fancy skins. You can't earn those skins isn't part of the game. Okay? The part of the game, they already give you a couple of characters. The characters aren't even special. It's just choose a random character. What's special is your skills. However, if you want that Batman skin or that Superman skin, that Naruto skin, that JJK skin, okay? You want the dancing banana. You pay a little bit of money. That's all. You pay a little bit of money, you get your own character the way you want to. And you good. It doesn't give you the edge. It doesn't make you super fast or bulletproof. Just cosmetics, okay? You really can't complain when they charge you for... If it's a ridiculous price for cosmetics, maybe. But it was a free game, and they're like, yo, listen, we gave it to you for free. All we ask is these special ones. You may be able to earn in-game currency to get these. It's going to be a little bit of grind, or spend $2, $5, $10, get the other in-game chips that you can spend on unique stuff. All right. But yeah, so far so good. From the time that I've played, haven't gotten booted out. It hasn't sent me to the home screen. It's been good. So, First Descendants, gotcha. Man, do I really want to... Nah, because I'll end it like that. Because when I be looking through my notes, I'm like, yo, which one do I want to expound upon? My next topic is the price for peace. You can take that into a lot of ways. What's the price for peace? When I was thinking about this, I was thinking about it in a money sense. You see me how I live, like, you know what I mean? I'm doing all right. Okay, I got my health. Disabled vet. They give me a certain amount of money. I do responsibly, which is live within my means, and I may get the things I need. And when I get the things I need, and I have some left over, I start to get the things I want. Okay. Now, am I just getting a bag and able to just get? No, I can get little stuff here and there, but that's all right with me because I have enough to afford my own apartment. I can put gas in my car. I can put food in my refrigerator. I can pay all my bills on time, not worry. And that's it. And that's peace. Like, it's like if someone came up to you, like, yo, what's the price for peace? Not price to be like, I'm bribing you to be peaceful. No, like, if you need to live at peace, what is your price? Like, do you need 6 figures to just live at peace? Like, do you need that, or is that something you want? And then are you going to be happy with that? Because once you're at peace, you tend to not need too much. Like, you don't need too much. I don't need too much extra, to tell you the truth. Like, I'm an introvert anyway. I'm not a person that goes out to parties anymore. I'm not a person that really gets into fashion like that anymore. Like, I'll buy new clothes here and there if I need to go on a date or just in general. But that's like here. That's like maybe a new shirt or something. Otherwise than that, I got graphic tees. I'm used to wearing just gym wear, PT gear. I was used to wearing PT gear in the military because you took a shower, you dressed in PT gear, because when you woke up, the first thing you were going to do, get your shoes on, have the TI yell at you constantly for stuff that you didn't do even though you did everything. And you were getting in that line and you were heading down to PT. PT, waking up at 4:30 in the morning, cold in Texas, believe it or not, during those months, but you getting that run in, the push-ups, the sit-ups. You're working out as soon as you wake up, so it makes sense to just dress in your PT gear. And then you wear your regular uniform throughout the day. You go to sleep, PT gear, because you wake up and do it all over again. I've carried that with me, and I don't have night clothes like that. I just wear gym wear, because when I wake up, what I'm going to do is get a half a gallon of water in, get some tea, maybe some green tea to give me that little caffeine pickup, because I don't like pre-workout like that. And then grab a protein bar, go to the gym, come back, chill for a little bit, take a shower, put on more PT gear. That's just me. Like I said, I'm an introvert, so I'm only going one of a couple places. It's either going to be to the grocery store after the gym, or to like, I don't know, like cookout or something, like a drive-through, maybe somewhere to eat. That's the fourth maybe somewhere to eat at a restaurant real quick, and then I'm coming back. Do I need clothes that are like super dressed up if I'm not going out all the time? No. My car is good. It's a 2018 Hyundai Elantra. In a couple years, will I start looking, because it'll be 10 years old, so will I start looking for a different car? Maybe, if my car is, maybe if it's that time. Because again, since I don't go anywhere like that, I don't drive my car too much. If I don't drive my car too much, it's not too much wear and tear on it as fast as someone that has to go to work and do a couple other things. Now, I go from here to New Jersey and back, like on long road trips, but that's not like once a month or anything. That's like maybe once a year or twice a year, depending on what I got to do. Since I got to go get the rest of my stuff from up there, because I only moved half of it down here, that's another trip. But the price for peace, I say I'm fully happy, no. Am I at peace? Yes. And the price for peace is also like, not being bothered when people do dumb shit or when people try to bring the worst out of you. You can't. I'm at peace. What are you? I start looking at people with goofy, like, yo, you're goofy. What are you doing? You want to do the whole rah-rah stuff? Have it. I'm going to be over here. This. Okay? I'm going to be peaceful. I'm in my own zone. You're in your own zone. That's when the stress leaves and like all the like external factors that would usually drag you down. Once you're starting to, not even just, I'm at peace, but I'm building more upon it. So once I'm building up more upon it, anything else that will bother me, it's starting to get less and less and less. It's starting to get as minuscule as like an ant. And then soon it's going to be as minuscule as a grain of sand. So the price for peace, it's like, would you be peaceful at, like I said, 6 figures? Would you be peaceful at $1 million, $1 billion? Like, do you really need that much to be peaceful? Like, how much money would it take for you to find and build upon peace? That's all. Peace and happiness, I'm just saying peace. Maybe the happiness counts in there too. I don't know. But I'm like, the peace. Like, are you at peace? Are people bothering you constantly? No. You're able to pay your bills. You're able to get food in your stomach and in your fridge. You can drive your car. Can you fix your car up if anything happens? You can watch all your shows without a hiccup. You get all your favorite subscriptions. You good. That's the level of peace I want everybody to have and everybody to strive for. Price for peace. Is our country cooked? That was my next thing because it kind of fits in with the price for peace. Because shit's going down out there. What's what's that guy on TikTok? Shit's getting weird. Part infinity. Because shit's always getting weird. You hear this stuff with what the Supreme Court's doing. What's going on overseas, which is terrible. And it is one of those things too. It's like that other thing, like the extremes for the price of peace. Because when you're just minding your business and a big group comes over and says, yo, we don't like y'all, we trying to get rid of y'all. Like, you're no longer at peace and they're disturbing your peace, and you literally have to, it's to a point where they're backing you up against the wall and still going at you. Like, the price for you to be at peace is you having to fight back. And it's to the extreme, to the point where lives are lost. So that's something that it's going around the world, and it's just like, dog, look at the technology we got. Look at the stuff we got right now. Like, we've still got hungry people out there. 2024, we've got more technology. We've got more ways to do things, more ways to get certain things out faster than 100 years ago. We've still got hunger. We've still got diseases. You know, a whole bunch of sickness. We've still got missing people. We've still got racism. Like, it's just a whole bunch of these topics. And a whole bunch of these problems. And one thing we don't need is more war, more fighting. But I'm sure that's how people have been feeling in general. Just anywhere. Like, you don't need more fighting, but what does it take to stop it? Like, what is the price for peace? What is the price for peace? What is the price for unity? What is the price to stop wars? What is the price to, I don't know, stop hunger? Stop people from dying from like 6-10 different types of cancer and strokes and seizures and Plus, as this, we've always said, like, yo, man, we greatest country. We a trend-setting country. But the greatest? I have hope that we can be somewhat great, but we got to get on the same page, and nobody wants to be on the same page. And I think there's other countries that do things there's other countries that do things that we don't, that we should include. One of the things I'll harp on is actually taking the money and the taxes and putting it into the community, like fixing water, cleaning out here, taking care of the people, putting it back into the community, stable homes that don't mold or are just shit, trying to really harp down on the drug problems. And just giving back to the community in general. Just giving back to society. It's like the top takes and takes. And takes and takes and takes and takes. And takes from the 95% of people that are really out here busting ass and working. They take and give a little. And take and give a little. Take a whole bunch and give a little. It's like, dog, you've been eating long enough now. Stop being greedy. Like, come on, man. Rest in peace to DMX. Dog, what can we do? You know what I mean? We gotta push for. We do have a choice too. When it comes to presidential stuff, when it comes to the mayoral stuff, if I said that right, when it comes to government stuff, electing these people, these officials in power, even in school districts, even at your job, we do have the power to change things. It's just we're not on the same page. But honestly, with stuff like we have the videos we can put out. Even TikTok, though. TikTok is a very, like, you can't say certain keywords, but otherwise, it's a very free thing. Like, people have been posting about many things that have actually been helpful and have been very informational. When it came to covering everything that's been going on overseas, you've had people that were on the ground over there because of technology. You get a first person view of, like, yo, the other side of what's going on. If we'd have had this 100 years ago, who would have known, like, some of the stuff you actually would have been able to see, would have been caught on early. But we gotta get on one page, and we gotta understand that, yo, in order to change, like, if there's people at the top that's fucking up the bottom, then we as a majority have the power to change what's at the top. And we'll get to that point in some time. I just don't know when. Hopefully soon. And like I said, as far as, like, the taking from other countries, like, yo, between the, like, you just go to another place and you feel like, yo, they're living in the future. From stuff like bathrooms to the way that their streets are clean, to the way that people operate, how businesses operate, how housing is, how health care is. Because if you can't have a thriving society if you don't take care of the citizens within that society. If nobody is thriving in your society, then your society crumbles. If you keep taking and you keep leeching and you keep sapping up everything if we are the foundation and you keep chipping away at us, then we are going to crumble at some point. And we cannot support anything, which it all crumbles down. And not like before, because time's a little different, technology's a little different. But in a way, yes, it crumbles down. Can you rebuild? That takes time. But the thing is, we want to avoid crumbling, which means we have to avoid chipping away at the very people who support society. But what do I know? I'm just a disabled veteran who has fought for the country and who has worked multiple jobs in this country. I don't know. What am I? Also a college graduate. Like, what information do I know? You know? I'm just existing, trying to maintain peace without going crazy. But I still have hope. That's the one thing you can't lose. That's the one thing that anime will teach you too. Like, yo, you gotta have hope. Okay? Hope no jutsu. Hope will get you through a lot. Faith will get you through a lot. And not in a mean way that I don't care. In a thing where I don't care who you pray to. I don't care who you designate your faith into. Whether it be one deity, an almighty deity, whether it be in a few deities, whether it just be in yourself, or whether it just be in the universe. Faith gets you a long way. Faith gets you through tough times. Faith gets you through struggles and weakness, mental weakness, spiritual weakness, emotional weakness, physical weakness. The power of faith has moved mountains, and that's not just like a regular saying. Like, the power of faith has moved people that you would think were supposed to be passed, or were supposed to pass away at a certain time, when doctors say, it doesn't look like you're going to make it past Tuesday. And they wind up living about 6 more months. Or they wind up just, like, still keep going on. Like, people will say, like, yo, the doctor said I was supposed to lose my leg 10 years ago. I still got both because I persevered and did the right thing. Faith. Have hope. Don't lose that. You lose that, that's the spark that's supposed to keep you going. Okay? And of course, one thing is giving roses to the people, dog. Giving roses. The phrase, give roses while people can still smell them. You've got 2 phrases. You've got that phrase, and you've got the famous phrase from Outkast that roses really smell like boo-boo, okay? But don't worry about that one. What we're worried about is giving people their roses while they can still smell. In other words, giving people their props while they're still able to get those props from you, register that you're giving them props, and you sort of, you get that exchange. Like, whether it's the parent that has been taking real good care of your parents or guardian, whether it's the teachers out there, the teachers that fight so hard that, that put their bodies and their minds on the line to help lead future kids with knowledge as best as they can. Even though kids be cutting up because parents don't be liking to, teach their kids how to respect the adults. Training starts at home. And if you just like, whatever, release your kids, they supposed to raise them at the schools, just make sure they pass. No. It's on your part too. You gotta raise your kids with some respect, so when they come out here, they treat people with respect and get things done. Teachers have to deal with that. They got to deal with like not being paid during the summer because they only get paid while they're in school, and they got to save up for that summer or get a odd job during the summer. The good policemen and law enforcement agents, the military people, the firefighters, people that put their lives on the line, like giving them their roses. Giving leaders their roses, whether it's a leader in your job, in your household, in your friend group, or just giving your friends, people don't like to get sentimental, but dog, it's your peoples. Like, just give them roses. Like, hey, man, like, I want to just tell y'all, like, I appreciate y'all. Like, that's just his giving rose. Like, I love y'all. Like, no, like, no funny business. Like, I love y'all. Or just give them roses like, I appreciate y'all. Like, I appreciate y'all for going back and forth and not folding. Or not being yes men. Or you go to your, you go to your favorite teacher. Like, thank you for taking time to teach me stuff that I didn't know. Because now I'm a smarter person because of you. Or a leader. Like, thank you for leading us because you've shown us the proper way to do things. And it has helped us move as a unit, as a team. Give people the roses. It's okay. Just give people the roses because it's very appreciative. And a lot of people walk through and they don't think they're doing a good job. They don't think that, what they're doing makes any change. And sometimes that boost push them further to make further change. You know what I mean? So all the hardworking people out there, all the moms and pops and grandparents and kids, you know what I mean? Because kids deserve their roses too. From every job, all the janitors who have to clean up after you nasty people, because you people get to these public bathrooms and you act like savages. I don't know how number 2 gets on some of these places around the toilet. It makes me question who you are as an individual. Okay? And I didn't see a lot of you guys destroy a bathroom and then just go straight on about your business without washing your hands. You guys are so nasty. Okay? But for the janitors having to put up with that, from people that have jobs where they got to clean up, or security guards, bus drivers, public transportation people, like, to all you guys from everywhere, no matter what job it is, I want to give you your roses and your flowers and say thank you. I appreciate you. I may not have seen you. I may not know who you are, but I appreciate you because you help. I thought I had a booger medicine. All right, back to it, okay? I got sidetracked. But I appreciate you because you help to move society forward in your own way. Everybody has a gear that helps turn this machine called society. It doesn't matter how small the cogwheel is or how big the cogwheel is, you're helping to turn the wheels in society. And without a lot of these jobs, a lot of these cogwheels, we don't get turning, or it takes us too long, or we miss something. We get misaligned. So thank you, everybody, wherever you're at. If you need motivation, hey, listen, I'm the one person that says, hey, keep it going. Forget what anybody else says. Don't worry. You're doing a fantastic job. Please keep it up. We need you. Okay? It's magic. I'm thirsty. And last but not least, streaming woes and goals is my last topic. Okay, I'll probably just put everything I talk about in the description thing. I'm listen. I upgraded my camera. The next thing is upgrading my sets. All right, we do upgrades here and there. Streaming woes and goals. You know why I'm doing this. Making these videos. I make these YouTube videos. I'm learning on the fly. I also stream on Twitch. And you know what's crazy is I have to find a way to get those videos off. I'm going to get those videos off of Twitch, like I say, and I'm going to put them on YouTube as just straight up videos. So that way you can see like the gameplay I do. And if you're not doing nothing and you want to go on, or you want to just give me a follow, which is fine, but you want to see like, yo, what games was he playing? Like, oh, when are you going to stream? Once I get more people that are like, hey, I ain't doing nothing, I don't mind seeing what game you playing, I'll try to get a consistent schedule going. Okay, I got the time, so I'm working hard to try and make this a full-time thing. So I do, like I said, I do these videos here. I do small videos on TikTok, like anime reviews. I've said a couple times the 5 on anime, or an anime that I'm currently watching and a good episode come out. I've been doing that with Kaiju number 8, which please go watch it. It is fire. Please go watch Kaiju number 8. The season is done. It's 12 episodes. Each episode is fire. I haven't been bored by a single one. Go watch it. I'll talk about the Disney shows too, like Star Wars The Acolyte, another time, okay? That's another time. Just random, I'll do random videos on there. I got a pretty good following. And I also stream sometimes on YouTube Live. It makes it, I got the capture card, okay? I just need a laptop so that way, because my TV is over here. The way that it is set up in here, I need my TV over here. I need my computer here. So I'm going to, when I save up the money, buy me a laptop so I can connect the capture card to that, to the TV, and to like whatever game system, put OBS Studio on it, and find a way to stream it. TikTok sometimes, TikTok Live really works. Or find a way to record it better and put it up on YouTube. Even though I can, the only thing that's a problem when it comes to recording on the console is the fact that Xbox likes to be difficult and not have YouTube as a partnership for being able to stream stuff on. PlayStation got all of it. That's why I started to do more stuff on PlayStation than Xbox. That's why I was talking about First Ascendant. You can download on both systems, because if I want to just be on my Xbox, then I'll just play on my Xbox with a couple of my friends. If I want to be on PlayStation with a couple of them and they're on PlayStation, I'll be on that. PlayStation, you get Twitch and you get YouTube fresh out the gate. And that's both the places where I like to stream. So it's there already. Xbox, you only get Twitch, or you get Streamlabs or something. I don't know much about Streamlabs. I haven't gotten that far yet. And when it comes to wanting to do it like on something like TikTok Live, or maybe, I don't know if Instagram has it or Facebook, but when it comes to something like TikTok Live, you gotta have the TikTok studio set up. You gotta have like your OBS set up, and it has to run through the computer, do all this extra stuff. So that's why I need to get a laptop. But that far as streaming woes and goals, just to get more of an audience, be a little more entertaining, get more followers. I've got like 5 on Twitch right now. On YouTube, I got like 11, which is, hey, that's pretty good. Once you hit double digits, you're like, hey, I'm getting somewhere, okay? And sometimes it's just like, yo, what do I say during the stream? I'm just playing the game. Sometimes I do have my friends in the chat, or sometimes they want to put their voice on there. Sometimes they don't feel like doing it, which is fine. I am goofy when I do stream. I try to talk to people. Sometimes it's a lot of bots too. Because it'll be like 5 people and you'll be like, hey, let me join your Discord. Hey, join my Discord so I can be weird and do dumb shit. Like, it's weeding through that. Like, once you weed through that, then yeah. Or you get people like, hey, you trying to do this? Let me draw you a picture. Like, nah. Like, the way I do my pictures, the way I do like my gaming stuff, there's a certain, like me, I'll take my own picture. I have what is that thing on my iPad? Procreate. There we go. As I'm lifting it up and turning all the way around anyway, I have Procreate. So what I'll do is I'll just fade it out, trace over it, try to like make the color, like just give like simple colors on there, a splash a little bit in the background, and I'll just make different profile pictures like that. And sometimes I'll update it, sometimes I won't. But I already do my own type of pictures. You see this? This whole frame that I have for my video. I did that. I just took the different characters, made them in black and white. These shades, these are like the symbol for the Fly Guy Kaii. So I just put the shades on everybody. It's a nice sky background with like orange, because it's orange color for Fly Guy Kaii. So but yeah, you get a lot of people that ask you for that, which is no problem, because you gotta do you. Maybe I will ask somebody to help me out one day, but that's like get more of an audience and I need more assistance. Sure, right now I'm grinding and the grind don't stop. But I do like it so far. I like streaming. I like doing stuff like this, recording videos. It's healthy and it's good. And it sort of helps a little bit more with the mental stuff. So hey, anybody that's thinking about recording videos, do it. Streaming, do it. Doesn't matter if someone's watching, it's just you getting used to it. Because once you get used to it, then you'll get in your own element. And once you get in your own element, you'll get people that kind of follow in the same element or think it's entertaining. Once they think it's entertaining, they give you a follow. They tell other people, yo, look at this person. Make some clips about it, share it on there, and next thing you know, boom. You made it. We made it. And that's it for you, boy. Was it 57 minutes? A little under an hour. Okay? It's just me, though. Don't worry. When I get situated, maybe get more people, figure out how to do all that, we'll be in there. As always, like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Pass the word along. If you know me, pass my video along. Like, yo, look at what Kai's doing. You know what I mean? Pass the videos along. Give it a good follow. It don't hurt. Give it a good like. It don't hurt. Give it a view. It don't hurt. You're not doing nothing. You can have the video play in the background. Maybe you're at work. You're trying to figure out, yo, what is he saying about this? I bring up a couple of good topics. All right. Give me some comments. If you want to give me some comments, they do pop up on YouTube, and I do see them. I'll give them a like. I may comment underneath that comment. I don't care about negative or positive. Listen, I didn't say so much negative about me. Whatever you say ain't gonna hold a candle. So you ain't being more negative to me than I be to me. And I know it sounds sad, but let me tell you, it helps. But yeah, always strive and prosper. ASAP. What other quote can I give up? The usual quote that I give. Listen, this right here is the key to success. 2 things. I forgot what I said the third thing last time, but we're gonna stick with the 2. You drink water. Enough water. Don't be shorting yourself and only drinking like 2 bottles of Poland Spring or something. Get you one of these. This is a half gallon. The little number things or little measurements, don't worry about that. Just keep drinking along throughout the day. Sips by sips. Once you drink that, you should be done through half your day with the first half a gallon. Get another gallon, and then if you're good on that, cool. If you're feeling more thirsty, that means you need to fill up 1 more of these and drink it down. Don't do the most, and don't do the least. Find a good middle section, okay? So drink water and mind your business. Your business. Other people's business is entertaining. It might sound cool, but oftentimes you may get in trouble for sticking your nose too much in someone else's business. So if you mind yours and you drink your water, you'll notice you won't have too many age lines. You won't have too many gray hairs. Your skin won't be as oily because you're keeping to yourself. You're to yourself. You're keeping your energy to yourself. And when you keep your energy to yourself, it tend to last a little longer, all right? So this is the main man, Fly Guy Kai, the MC of the show. You know what it is. I'm signing out. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time. Okay?